Greetings. Welcome to Church of Real Talk. I am your host, Minister Robinson, and as always, so very excited that you are here. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Now, we've talked about so much, but I've only hinted at this through the last few videos. There's something in you that you need to get rid of. You need to exercise it. You need to make it go away. It is our personal demon, and it's the one thing that makes getting through most trials and tribulations so very hard. It has served us in our younger years. It's been a steadfast companion, never shying away, definitely riding until the wheels fall off. But at this stage, as we are awakening and embracing the fact that we are chosen ones and star seeds, it no longer serves a purpose. And like I said earlier, that is the thing that kind of makes our trials and tribulations just a wee bit harder to get through. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's offering. All right, let's get started with this evening's offering. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to be long-winded. I'm going to make it somewhat brief and try to give the most reasonable explanation as to why ego needs to be stopped. Ego, at some point, I guess, depending on how you perceive it, actually served us, okay? Especially during those very stressful, intense years of, preteen, teen, young adult, okay? Ego gave us that extra, Red Bull energy spike when we needed to set boundaries. When we needed to, show that we were a force to be reckoned with. This is before you got tagged to be a chosen one or before you awakened. Nowadays, I see ego as just being that bad puppy that sits between my conscious and subconscious and just runs between the two, causing havoc. It was loyal back then. Whenever needed, ego was right there. It would jump out. It's like ego sitting in the back of your brain, drinking a cup of coffee. Oh, whoa, what's going on here? What is going? Hey, I got your back, son. I got you. Missy, don't worry about it. I got your back. Don't worry about that. But as I've said in previous videos, usually when ego comes out to play, nobody wins. As we try to bury this aspect of our personality, if we were to take ego through a graveyard, ego could just sit up there and say, yep, I did that. That's my work, definitely. Ego has shattered so many dreams, okay? And I'm talking about human beings in general, not specifically star seeds. When it comes to specifics, as far as star seeds and chosen ones, it messes up everything. Because it causes us to doubt. It causes us to, address our higher powers or the universe with a bravado of, hey, listen, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should go about it this way. Your higher power of the universe has been running this reality, for I don't know how many years, with not a problem. The sun has continued to burn. The moon has continued to circle the earth, keeping us in balance with everything. No problems whatsoever. Imagine if ego came into the picture. It truly is that bad puppy that messes up everything. And you can resonate with this, okay? If you look back at your life, have you ever been in a situation where you're having a very peaceful day, let's say with your significant other, and you're having a friendly, nice, beautiful conversation, and it's all puppy dogs and love, and you're giving hugs and everything else, and then somebody says something that rubs somebody the wrong way. Now it's a full-blown battle. You don't know where it came from. You're just looking at the haze that is being put in front of you from ego. More than likely, that thing that was said to you that rubbed you the wrong way was probably so insignificant. It was based on your perception, or should I say ego's perception of what was said. It is it's like the worst dog in the world. It is very hard to train. Okay, and I'm going to tell you again, just being transparent, just being a human being, just taking away minister from the front of my name, I find it sometimes hard where I have to make a conscious effort to put this damn puppy called ego in its place. It's like I have to walk around with a rolled up newspaper all day long and just pow, 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 stop. All of the tests and trials and tribulations, if you break them down, there is a little portion of what you are going through that is made to remove ego from out of the play. The universe and your higher power understand that ego serves you no purpose. Again, you are the foot soldiers. You're in this army to make things right on this planet. Okay? You are the foot soldiers of your higher power and the universe. Okay, that's it. Again, that is your job description. If you are meant to go through this life helping others, how can you effectively help others if you can't control this little teeny tiny aspect of what goes on in your mind? Many people, again, find themselves in situations, and then when you look at all the facts and you drag it all back and you take it to the beginning of when the incident happened, I can guarantee you 90% of the time it was based on ego. Ego tells us some really crazy things. It tells us that we can't let people talk to us a certain way. Once again, you can just walk away. Okay? Ego tells us that we're being disrespected by our mate or our partner or our wife. Once again, you can just walk away. Ego tells us that people had better watch their tone when they address us. You can just not respond and guess what? Walk away. You will find yourself in such crazy predicaments when you let ego come out to play. And we all know when it's coming out. It's just the fact that when it does come out, and this can resonate with you, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Ego just jumps right into the driver's seat and we're going left, right, sideways, up, down, upside down, and we don't even know. Everything's just flowing out. Boom, 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 boom. That's all we're doing. We are no longer in control when ego is in control of our lives. It's not easy. Take the minister out the front of my name. I suffer with this constantly, but I've learned it's got to be put in its place. Because sometimes when ego comes out to play, and this can resonate with you, you've seen this happen. I don't care if you live in a farm town, the bustling inner city, or in the hood. We've all seen when ego comes out to play, everything goes wrong. Even the times that we thought ego had our back. Even those times. When we felt that ego was our best friend, a lot of times it went wrong. A lot of times you said and did things that you can never take back. Some of us actually have, and I said us, some of us have people that will never speak to us again because of what ego said to them. No matter how many times you call them up, no matter how many times that you apologize. But I'm going to tell you something. You can turn that around. Again, you adhere to a higher standard. Okay? And that's not saying that you're better than anybody else. It says that you have a specific job. Okay? So the brain surgeon or the eye surgeon or the orthodontist or the orthopedic surgeon, they are people. However, they have a job. They have something that they do. And you have to trust in the fact that they can do their job very well. There's no room for doubt. Imagine if you was in the middle of brain or eye or heart surgery and ego comes into play because under anesthesia as you're about to go out, you thought the doctor said something off the cuff. Ego sluggishly comes out to play and says, hey, you better watch your mouth. Yet and still you're about to go under, okay? You're about to go under, and this person is going to be playing in your brain or your eyes or your heart. See, ego makes no sense when you look at it that way. Ego is coming into a restaurant, sitting down because the waitress looked at you a certain way, or the chef came out, you said something, they didn't hear you, and who do they think they dealing with? And you proceed to curse out the chef. You don't get up and leave. You wait for them to bring your food. Doesn't make a lot of sense when you really think about it. See, this is what ego does. It amplifies situations, and it takes great personal joy in doing so, and then you are left to pick up the pieces. We've got to bury it. We've got to get rid of it. We've got to, every time it starts climbing into that command chair to take over your life and possibly ruin it, we have to say, no. Last time you came out to play, I ended up in the back of a squad car. No, we're not doing that anymore. Go sit your little butt down. I'll deal with you later. I'm going to handle this in the best way possible. I adhere to a higher standard. I can't sit out here and lose it because that's what you want me to do. Because that makes you feel better. That's the problem. Most of the stuff that we do, whether it's petty, whether it's malicious, whether it's mean, whether it's confrontational, is done to make ego feel better. There's no room for that as a chosen one. Now, I can sit up here all day long and give these offerings based on why you're the greatest person on this planet as a chosen one. I'm not going to do that. I can sit on this channel and talk nonstop about why everybody's against you. I'm not going to do that. This is a sanctuary, and this is a church based on the fact that you need to get better. Get better at many things, but most importantly, getting better at your job. This is how our awareness advances. It's like having that office job. You know, you come in, you're a newbie, you sit down, you do what you got to do. You make sure you're always on time. You always get your work out on time. You know, the boss is pleased with you. Never any problems. Your yearly reviews always come back at least a 3.8. What happens is you get to advance. You know, hey, listen, you've been doing a great job, Mr. Robinson. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you a little pay bump, hint, hint, hint. Might give you a bonus. Hey, who knows? You might get to take over the department. You can't do that with ego. See, ego has you sit in the chair and says, hey, listen, I know what I'm doing. I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to play well with others. Okay? I'm going to show them that I'm the shining star. Once you cause friction amongst people in your life, that friction stays there. No matter how you're feeling, that friction stays there. People tend to remember the friction that you have caused. You know, and it's the same thing with your higher power or the universe. It remembers the friction that you have caused. Hence, this is why trials and tribulations keep on being dumped in your freaking lap. And if you break those down to their base, you will soon find out it is based on you still haven't controlled this aspect of your life. And I'm going to tell you, 75% of the time, that aspect is usually freaking ego. You know, what are you going to do? At what point are you going to stop saying, I'm the boss babe, I'm that boss chick, I'm the big man on campus, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. And you're going to sit down and say, I am a chosen one. Let me humble myself. Let me humble myself. Show gratitude for what has been given or bestowed upon me and find guidance from my higher power or the universe. You know, many of us walk around, we understand that we have these powers, and I've hinted to this, and this is not me coming at you. I'm just trying to give you the importance of why you need to bury your ego, train it, put a chain on it, sit it over in the corner where it can no longer come out to play. Some of us, once we start to awaken, we find out that we are chosen ones. Now we want to become Jim Jones. I just had a conversation about Jim Jones, and I truly believe that he started out with a purpose, an idea. But you know what happened? And I'm not making light of this, but what happened was, guess what came out to play? Guess what came out to play? If you look at biblical text, if you look at demons, devils, jinn, what is their main problem? Ego. I'm better than that person up there. I'm better than the universe. I'm better than God. I'm better than Allah. That's ego. Nothing more, nothing less. We've got to find out a way to put this to an end. We have to find out a way to put this to an end, because you're going to find yourself where, as I alluded to, where you're actually understanding that you need to get rid of ego, but you're doing it in a 4x6 cell with barbed wire fences, dogs, and snipers sitting in stanchions, whatever they call them. So with that being said, I think we should take a quick break. Like I said, I'm not going to make this that long. But we should take a quick break, and then we'll jump right back in with putting ego to rest.
Are you seeking truth in a world filled with noise? Yearning for guidance on your spiritual journey? Welcome to the Church of Real Talk. Hosted by Minister Robinson and guided by Amaris, where authenticity reigns supreme and wisdom is our compass. Join us as we dive deep into the heart of spirituality, uncovering universal truths and unlocking the secrets of the soul. With thought-provoking discussions, inspiring insights, and practical guidance, we're here to support you on your path to enlightenment. Subscribe now and join our community of truth seekers and spiritual warriors. Together, let's embark on a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and transformation. The Church of Real Talk, where every voice is heard and every soul is uplifted. Visit our channel today and start your journey to spiritual awakening. Dare to discover the truth within. Subscribe now.
All right, we are back. This ego thing, it really gets to me, because I find that most of what I go through when I sit down and I contemplate what just happened, I'm like, this MF done came out again. I find out it's ego. It is the root of most of our problems. We've gone over many, many hints about how to find or unlock certain parts of our brain. And most of those things actually do work with controlling or subduing our egos. But the first thing that you have to have, and that's why all these things are important as far as understanding your gift and understanding what I like to call your job description. I got to come up with a better term. I'm sure people are taking offense to that. Why are you treating it like it's a 9-to-5? Because it actually is a 24/7 type of job. And it definitely is something that is very important. However, I go back to the fact that a brain surgeon will remind you that they are a brain surgeon, a heart surgeon will remind you that they are a heart surgeon. And strangely enough, we actually see this, and I think society builds this into us. I think the powers that be that understands that star seeds and chosen ones walk amongst us to keep them in place. This society tends to build on the whole ego process, keeping ego very strong and very vital. When you think about it, everything is a contest. Everything is a competition. We go out there to get awards to say that we are the best at something. Instead of just saying, hey, you helped humanity. Love you for it. Love you for it. You actually helped humanity. But we go out there and research and all this stuff and psychology and psychiatry and becoming awakening is all based on, I'm going to be at the top of this. I'm going to be the top of my game, baby. I'm going to be the man. Even that thing that I talked about, promotions. It's kind of hard in this day and age to be, I guess, rocket fired through the ranks as a new employee if you don't really interact and sometimes let ego out. That doesn't make it right though. That doesn't make it something that should be nurtured and fostered within yourself. Again, if we take ego through a graveyard, ego can show us all the work that it has done to make sure those pots are filled. And that in itself is a scary thought. Now, the first thing that we can do is actually have that thing that I call operational awareness. And I'm going to tell you something, I don't mind using army phrases or military phrases because I truly believe that we are foot soldiers with a mission. Okay, we're definitely foot soldiers with a mission, a very special mission. Something that our higher powers of the universe has decided, yeah, you're the one. You're the one that's going to help me get this right. You know, with operational or situational awareness, you have to start paying attention to everything that is going on around you, because ego, I guess, combined with demons, combined with tests, are always ready to jump out and get the ish started. You know, and that's the easiest way I can put it, because that's what it usually turns out to be, is a whole bunch of ish. You know, we have to start seeing the signs sometimes before they even start. You know, sometimes in a conversation, I do this a lot, where I have started to take 2-second pauses before I give my response, because I have to be somewhat empathetic of the other person as well. See, ego doesn't let you do that. Ego just wants you to be concerned with yourself. I have to be empathetic with what the other person might be going through, might be thinking, how they might take my words. You know, it's only fair play that you do that. There's nothing wrong in that. You know, but ego won't allow you to do that, and it will fight you tooth and nail so that you don't do that. But that is part of the training process. That's like having that puppy that has spent the last month tearing up your best shoes, finding discreet places on your nice clean rug to do its business whenever it wants to, and just tearing up stuff, just causing havoc. You know, you have to get it to the point where you can put the chain around the puppy, put it near his food dish, and say, hey, listen, until you do the right thing, we're not doing this. You know, and what happens is ego will never leave us. Okay, it's something that is hardwired into us. And I think that our higher powers in the universe actually did hardwire this aspect of our psychology into us to be able to test us at any point to say, have you trained yourself yet? Have you trained this aspect of yourself yet? You know, anything that we want, anything that we want to do, anything that we want to accomplish, there is a factor of training. So please take ego out of your mind and stop looking at it that way. Anything that you wanted to learn, anything that you wanted to create, anything that you wanted to do that you wasn't born with the capability to do, you have to train yourself on how to do it. It's the same thing with your ego, and I'm going to get to other bad aspects of our mental state. If you want to be of assistance to the universe and or your higher power, you have to decide that, hey, listen, I really want this. I really want to be able to help, because that's what's inside of you. See, nobody can take that aspect of your life away from you. This is what is inside of you, and this is what you are awakening to. So you might as well become of assistance. Okay? This is what soldiers have been doing since the beginning of time. The only difference is this is our weapon. This is our weapon. This is what we use to navigate through this world and bestow upon others the capability to move through this life in a positive, peaceful, and fruitful way. We have found ourselves in a strange situation as far as the world is concerned. I don't think throughout history have we been at the point that we are in right now. And I'm telling you, it's like a balancing scale. It can go either way. It can definitely go either way. Definitely. But like I said, it's like, what are you going to do? You know that you're a chosen one. You're having these feelings. You're having these emotions. And deep down inside, you're saying, okay, I'm unlocking this. I'm unlocking this. I'm learning how to do this. How can I be of assistance? How can I speed up the process just a little bit? Sometimes you have to. You have to take ego out of the equation. And that's the easiest way to speed up the process. That's the easiest way to get from point A to point B without all the problems that go on in between. A lot of you will look at this and say, oh, this is not really helping. But think about it. Is it not really helping you? If you can control the bad puppy in your mind? I think that we should really, all the other tips and hints are interchangeable. The 2-second pauses, the saying a prayer, the drawing the funny comedian in your mind. All those things work to a certain extent. However, 9 times out of 10, they only work after the fact. And sometimes you can't pull back once you're in the mix. So isn't it better just to have a little situational awareness about yourself? About the person that you're, I guess, communicating with, or the situation that you're in, and just roughly say, hey, I really don't want this to go sideways. It has the potential to go sideways. This is like a loaded grenade without the pin. This is scary. How do I get through this? With logic, grace, and peace. Sometimes that's the way to go. Hey, listen, I told you I was going to keep it brief, and it literally is a little bit briefer than most of the other offerings. But I want you guys to go out there this weekend, practice situational awareness. I really want you guys, to get, Walking the Path with Amaris, the ebook that actually drives Church of Real Talk. I think you can get it from at Kindle Unlimited on Amazon. You can get that for free. There's actually a 60-day trial, so that'll give you more than enough time to read the ton of information that Amaris has actually blessed us with. I also have something in my PayHip store. I can't make it $0 there, but I did make it $1, so you can take down a PDF copy, and it's yours forever, instantly delivered to your email. And like I said always, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, with others that you think would benefit from these offerings and our little crazy shorts that we put up. But more importantly, comment. I'm curious to know how you are controlling ego, how you are keeping ego in its place. And if you're not, keeping ego in its place, or you're just beginning the journey to subdue ego in your mind, what are your struggle points? What are the things that you're struggling with to make this happen? Just so much information. But go ahead and comment, and, more importantly, besides just enjoying your weekend and going out there and being of assistance, there is one thing that I have to say, and you already know. Love you guys.
Welcome to the Church of Real Talk, where seekers embrace their calling as chosen ones guided by the universe. In a world filled with noise and distractions, we offer a sanctuary, a place to pause, reflect, and awaken to your true potential. Join us on a journey of self-discovery and transformation as we explore the depths of spirituality, consciousness, and the mysteries of existence. From understanding the power of synchronicities to embracing your innate gifts and abilities, we offer practical wisdom and spiritual insights to help you navigate the path of the chosen one with grace and clarity. Whether you're just beginning to awaken to your potential or seeking guidance on your next steps, our channel is here to support you every step of the way. Together, let's uncover the secrets of the soul, embrace our true calling, and radiate love and light into the world. Welcome to the Church of Real Talk, a sanctuary where authenticity meets enlightenment, and every soul is honored on its sacred journey.